Hi, I'm Tara Green and I'm at a natural build site. We're making a cob house.
I went down to the Hummingbird
Do you have anything to say about making cob? No?
It's fun to step on.
It is fun to step on, isn't it? So right now we have someone mixing up a batch of clay that we dug on site.
And it's fun to do the cob.
It's fun to do the cob, isn't it? And so we're mixing together 1.5 buckets of clay to 1 bucket of sand, mixing that up with our feet, adding water, and then adding straw.
I don't think you did that one. I made the second one. Next one.
The second one?
Yeah, the second one's all cow.
And here we have the house. We have made up a big batch of cob here that we can just continuously fill our buckets with. We have people working on various parts of the house.
Can you
And here we have some people working on this cob house.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Would you like to tell me about what you're working on right now?
Sure. Well, what we're working on right now is raising up this column all the way to the roof, covering this whole area over here. This is like a bottle work to let the light in.
And this is your home?
This is gonna be my home. Yeah.
Yes. And so I see you're stapling some burlap sack onto that wood there.
Yeah. So the reason we're doing that is that cob doesn't glue to the wood very well. So so when we put the burlap on, then it creates a surface for the cob to adhere. So that's what we're doing.
Do you want to tell her what cob is?
Oh yeah. Do you know what cob is? I'll take this off.
Please tell me.
So the word cob actually comes from the shape of a loaf of bread in Wales. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, it's just like a ball like this, and because you make cob and then you throw it to each other, but cob is actually clay, sand, and straw, and that's all it is. That's what's in these walls over here.
It's amazing. And that mixture, clay, sand, and cob, or clay, sand, and hay, makes the cob. And so the straw is what kind of like weaves it together to hold it, right? And what does the sand do?
The sand prevents it from cracking.
Okay.
So the clay is what binds everything together. The straw is what prevents from separating. So it's like the tensile strength. And the sand is what prevents it from cracking. So kind of like when you make pottery, there's sand in it, right? So it doesn't crack.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like a giant pot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
A giant pot to live in.
To live in, yeah, exactly. With a roof.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to go around and see what else everyone's working on.
Okay, thank you.
Here in this under part, I've been working on this section and have made this into like a shelf, and there's some more bottle work here. These are all Patron bottles. There's a lot of artistic work here, a lot of texture put in, and out here we have this beautiful mermaid going in by the door. And here we have Finn Poe. What are you working on?
I'm working on the back Dutch door. Right here.
It's looking great.
Voila.
Voila! Thank you for showing me.
Yeah, come back and I'll be further along.
I will. Come back around. Here we have some more cob volunteers. Tell me, what is your favorite thing about making cob houses that you've learned so far?
I like working with my hands.
You like working?
Body all covered in mud. And sliding the wall and patting the mud. Making it all a nursing home.
Yay!
Singing work songs. in
Singing
here.
work songs.
Wow.
So what have you all been working on here? You're working on the top, building up the wall.
Yeah.
Looks amazing.
You've taken some pictures?
Yes. Getting
Okay, let
some.
me act like I'm doing something.
Okay. Okay.
Working.
Amazing.
You're awesome. Hey, will you do me a favor, Lou?
Yes?
Do you think you can snap a picture with my
But they allow you to have wood stove
all around?
Well, I hope I answered your question. And do your name one more time. Jennifer. Jennifer.
Blessings are
What is it that you've learned about making cob?
we have.
I have learned
definitely
that
switch
cob
contact
is
information.
nice and squishy, makes a
Yeah.
great face mask, great moisturizer. It's good for pores.
Isn't it? It really is. So earlier I was making cob inside and I knelt down and I got stung by a bee. And so I just grabbed some plantain and I chewed it up and I put it on my leg right there. But I don't want the plantain to fall off, so I'm thinking about like putting some cob over it, like a little band-aid. Yeah? I'll do it.
Make anything out of cob.
Little cob band-aid. Cob is the solution to everything. All right, I'm gonna put some cob. Here we go. Cob and biochar.
You could put some biochar on there too.
It would just suck out the bee sting poison.
Cabo char.
There we go. So this wall over here is actually made out of hay bales. I don't know if you all knew that, but
I did hear that.
there's like actual hay bales stacked, so it's a really thick, warm, well-insulated wall, and then it has cob all around the outside of it. Ooh, and you see what she's doing here? Wetting the surface. After cob has dried, after we've been working on it for a while, we wet the surface so that it gets a little bit sticky again, so the cob can adhere to it. And then she's spreading some slip on there, which is just clay, nice wet moist clay. That also helps with the stickiness.
I want to bring this seam together a little more.
Yeah. This is eventually going to be a living roof.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So yeah, it's made of wood, and you can see up there. There's like this black tarp and some straw being laid.
Yeah, exactly. You just
Pull this side, Bee. Bee, pull this side.
it's easier to pull towards you.
It is.
Just so you know, like Melanie just did.
It's better, it's easier to get on the inside and pull towards you. Try and see what you can. Get over there and pull that corner.
Tara Green here, and so we've just taken a little tour of the cob house that's being built. We had a wonderful work party for 3 days with lots of volunteers, and there's so much about cob building that is in harmony with nature. The resources were harvested right here on the land by digging the trench and the foundation for the house. That clay then became the walls of the house. And there's so much love going into that house, all the volunteers coming together to help their community create a home. And they're singing and putting so much love and joy into the walls of that house. And it's so much fun. Cob building is an art. It's more than just building a home. It's like a giant sculpture to live in. So yeah, if you ever get the opportunity for checking out cob building, here's a preview of what it might be like. Hope you've enjoyed checking this out. Please follow my channel and check out omensofalchemy.com to follow me on more of my journeys. Thank you.